Have you ever laid in bed trying to sleep, but your brain decides it's the perfect time to replay every embarrassing moment you've ever had? Or maybe you overanalyze a text message for 20 minutes, wondering, what did they really mean by this? Here's something most people don't know. Overthinking isn't just a habit. It's a psychological trap your brain uses to feel safe, even when it's making you suffer. Today we're diving deep into the dark psychology behind why your mind won't shut up and how you can finally escape the loop. Welcome to Brain Twists, the place where we expose the wild things your brain does behind the scenes without you even noticing. Today you're going to discover why your brain overthinks, why it won't let you stop, and the hidden psychological reward that keeps you trapped. And trust me, once you learn this, you'll never look at your thoughts the same way again. But hold up, let's check if your brain is fully awake. What was the first word of this video? Drop it in the comments. No cheating. Alright, let's dive in. So what's the real reason overthinking even exists? Your brain has one main job: to protect you. Not to make you happy, not to make you successful, not to make you peaceful. Just to keep you alive. So when your brain detects something uncertain, a gray area, it goes into full-on analysis mode. And here's the dark twist. Your brain would rather torture you with non-stop thoughts than risk you being unprepared for a potential threat. It thinks overthinking equals protection. But there's more to it than that. This need for protection triggers something called the threat loop. When something feels unclear, whether it's a relationship, a big decision, or just a confusing message, your brain automatically assumes danger. This activates a nasty cycle called the cognitive threat cycle. It works like this. First, you sense uncertainty. Your brain interprets that uncertainty as a danger signal, so you start thinking harder to feel like you're regaining control. But this intense thinking just makes you more anxious. That anxiety then creates even more uncertainty in your mind. And just like that, the loop repeats. This is exactly why the harder you try to think your way out of a problem, the deeper you fall into the spiral. Your brain isn't actually trying to solve the problem at hand. It's trying to avoid a perceived danger, even when there's no real threat at all. And here's the secret ingredient that keeps this whole cycle going, something most people have no idea about. Overthinking gives you a hit of dopamine. But it's not the happy, pleasure-filled dopamine you get from your favorite meal. It's anticipation dopamine. Your brain has this logic. If we think about everything that could possibly go wrong, we'll feel prepared for it. You don't get actual peace from this. You get the illusion of control. That tiny feeling of, maybe if I just think about this a little more, I'll finally figure it out, is exactly what keeps you trapped. It's like a slot machine for your brain. Most of the time, you pull the lever and get nothing but more anxiety, but that one time you get a small moment of clarity, your brain gets a reward and decides to keep spinning, hoping for another win. Let's use an analogy. Imagine your brain is a guard dog. Its only job is to bark at any potential threat to protect the house. You hear a random noise outside? It barks. You have a weird feeling after a conversation? It barks. You think someone might be upset with you? It barks and barks and barks. Overthinking is your brain barking at shadows in the dark. It's loud, it's annoying, and it's completely exhausting. But in its own mind, it's doing its job. It's protecting you. The problem is, this guard dog doesn't know the difference between a real intruder and the wind rattling the windows. It can't distinguish real danger from your imagination. So how do we quiet the dog? How do you cut the loop and stop overthinking? Here are 3 psychology-backed tools you can use to break the cycle. First, name the thought. Labeling a thought dramatically reduces its power over you. For example, instead of thinking, "I'm not good enough," say to yourself, "I'm having the thought that I'm not good enough." Suddenly, it's not an absolute truth. It's just a thought, a fleeting event in your mind. Second, limit your thinking time. This sounds counterintuitive, but it works. Give yourself a dedicated worry window, say 10 minutes every day at 5 p.m. Your brain will inevitably try to overthink outside that scheduled time. When it does, just tell it, "Nope, we'll think about that later during our scheduled worry time." This retrains your mind and teaches it that you are in control, not the random thoughts. Third, replace thinking with action. Your brain's biggest fear is uncertainty. Action is the ultimate cure for uncertainty. Thinking spirals you into fear, but taking action creates clarity and control. Take any small step, no matter how tiny. Send that text, make that phone call, write the first sentence. Your brain will calm down surprisingly fast once it sees you're moving forward. If this episode hit you hard, if it felt like I just described your entire brain, then do me a favor and smash that like button. Share this with someone you know who spirals into overthinking at 2 in the morning. And don't forget to subscribe to Brain Twists for next week's deep dive episode that exposes even more of your mind's hidden tricks.